NBA grades for the Eastern Conference for the 2023 season. Let's start with the Boston Celtics. How did you grade them?
I gave them a B. I gave them a B. I mean, at the end of the day, they did, were top three within the Eastern Conference. They did make it all the way to the conference finals. And so, it was nice. It was nice. It was, I expected them to go further. So they didn't quite meet my expectations for the season, but I do understand they did have a new coach and they had to adjust to that. And I still think there's something missing from them when we're talking about going all the way. And I don't know what that is. And I can tell you one thing, they lost a piece when they got rid of Marcus Smart. So I don't know what they're going to look like next season. But for this 2023 season, I rated them a B. B for best.
All
Yeah.
right, I gave them an A because they made it to the Eastern Conference Finals with their brand new coach, who I am not sold on still,
Yeah.
right? I don't know
Hmm.
if I'll ever be sold on him, but when you talk about the postseason, they were potentially going to be a
Yeah.
team that make history, right? Coming back from 0-3 start
Mhm.
against the Miami Heat, but nah, I gave them an A. I thought it was a pretty superior season, but like you mentioned, next season, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. And the reason why, because they went so far in the previous season that's now come to this season. I guess the Eastern Conference is a great fallback if you're going to do anything, right? So, yeah, but I gave them a B. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So the Brooklyn Nets, number 6 in the Eastern Conference. When Kevin Durant and Kyrie left, I said, okay, what we doing? Mikal Bridges, you going to carry him? Number 6, made it to the postseason. I gave him a C,
Me
but,
too. I
you
give them a
know,
C for continuous effort. And unfortunately, they maintained that sixth spot in the Eastern Conference by sheer luck. Yeah, I gave them a C. They had such a tumultuous season. I mean, come on, you start off with KD, end up without him. I mean, the trade with season, it was just again another Nets bust. Almost like they've been going through it for the past what 4 seasons at this point.
yeah, it's been rough.
It's been rough. So hopefully now with the new regime, with the new players, Michael Bridges and all the guys, maybe they can now go ahead and put their own stamp on it. And now make the Brooklyn Nets to what it should have been back when the Nets acquired KD, Kyrie, and James Harden. So,
Uh,
gone is that time, which was a waste of everybody's time. And so for them to, I gave them a C because they were able to maintain a top six spot. That's it. But when it came to the postseason, we already saw what we was looking at. It was like, y'all ain't
mhm.
going, this ain't gonna be enough, right? So a C overall. I did too. Yeah.
Right. Okay. So the New York Knicks kind of beat out the Nets, right? Number 5 in the East. The Knicks, ooh, really like how their season ended, right? I mean, because they hadn't made it to the playoffs in a long time. And, even though they eliminated the Cavs in the first round, but Jalen and Josh and RJ Barry got busy, I think Julius Randle had a hard time with his role identification. So I gave them a B plus on the season.
I gave the Knicks a B on the back of Jalen Brunson and Josh Hart. I mean, Jalen Brunson was the added addition to the roster, and I think he is what sparked their shot in the playoffs, at least making it there. And so I just, whatever the Knicks put together for the 2023 season, I cannot wait to see what it unfolds for the 2024 season because Jalen Brunson right now, if you didn't watch him with the Dallas Mavericks, I already knew he had the dog in him anyway. I already know it. He was just unfortunately had to play with Luka Doncic, and everybody loves Luka, right? But when he went over to the New York Knicks, I said, now he found him a home.
Yep.
Yeah, he found
Mhm.
him a home, and Julius Randle. Hopefully, he'll know what his role is for the 2024 season, because I can tell you right now, Jalen Brunson clearly knows what his is, and
Yeah.
he is the leader of that team, as far as I'm concerned. So yeah, B as well.
Yeah, this gonna be tough. Okay, so the Philadelphia 76ers got rid of Doc Rivers. Number 3 in the East, though. Is the process over? I graded them a C, regardless.
The process is over. It is a wrap. Let it go. Come up with a new term because the process ain't it. And I rated them a C as well. I'm over it. I'm over it. I'm over it. You cannot continue to perform. You cannot continue to have a round two exit again with Joel Embiid on the roster. It's unacceptable.
No, not with MVP Joel Embiid. You just can't have it.
Unacceptable. Mm-mm. Nope.
Hmm.
C.
Yeah. Okay. Toronto Raptors, number 9 in the East, went 500 on the season. I just feel like they had a puzzling season. I couldn't figure them out. They couldn't figure it out. I think guys were in and out, including the coach. Right? They got Nick Nurse is gone on. I gave them a D.
I did too.
Mm-hmm.
I gave them a D for disappointing. I am not happy with the Toronto Raptors. I mean, we're talking about the fall, the slip, the continuous slide from their 2019 run to now here we are, 2023, and y'all still can't get it together. What happened to Scotty Barnes? Injury just Van Fleet said whenever I feel like playing, I can't got Siakam out there doing all that by him.
Yeah, it was
Nah, no, D for disappointing. Not the Toronto Raptors, not the 2023 season. No. Mm-mm.
exactly another disappointing team for me were the Chicago Bulls,
Absolutely. How you
number
gonna run it back
10.
with the same? How you gonna run it back with the same core, and y'all can't even get into top six seed? You ran it back with the same core. This is what we're dealing with. Y'all gonna blame it on Lonzo Ball? No, you can't. You didn't play all season. No, what's the problem? What's the problem? Zach Levine, come on now. This supposed to be your team.
No. I think there's another issue there with who's option one, who's option two with the Chicago Bulls. That's the Billy Donovan problem. I said it from the start of the season. I felt like it was going to be an issue there. It doesn't look like I was wrong either between DeMar and Zach.
Okay, but why is there an issue when Zach Levine clearly should be the number one?
Be-
Clearly, right? He been there the longest.
yeah, because DeMar came in balling. Remember?
Yeah,
DeMar
but Zach,
carried them.
yeah, he sure did. He did
Yeah.
carry them in 2022.
Mm-hmm.
He did. I ain't gonna lie.
Right.
But 2023, maybe Demar was like, okay, you know what? I'm gonna let Zach Levine do what he do. He ain't do nothing. I'm done. I'm done. The Chicago Bulls, whatever this is, and then they just signed an extension for Ao DeSumo,
Yeah.
which I'm great for. Get your paper, Ao. I mean, Io. Yeah, Io. Get your paper, Io. I don't have no problem with that. But with this same core, and you got Caruso, like what?
I
No, D for
know.
disappointing. Absolutely. Mm-mm.
Yes, yes. Cleveland Cavaliers, number 4 in the East, 51 and 31 on the season. High level talent, brought in Donovan Mitchell. I said, okay, is this the year they got two bigs with Evan and Jared Allen? Would you grade them?
I give him a B plus. I give him a B plus.
Okay. And I went with a C minus because how
Hmm.
you get a first round exit though? High level talent, your first round exit against the New York Knicks. It really could have gone either way, but something about a first round exit just puts you on the, like on the disappointing side of the spectrum.
I understand.
Hmm. Let's move on to the Detroit Pistons, number 15 in the East, 17 and 65 on the season. Why does it seem like they're always at the bottom of the East? I mean, is the rebuild process still going on? What are we looking at here?
Nothing. Is it management at this point? It can't be talent. I'm not blaming it on the talent. Perhaps the pieces don't fit. Maybe that's what it is. But there's too much talent on their roster. Now they have a new coach, so perhaps that will be the change, right? Is it management? Because I don't know why the Detroit Pistons can't seem to be number 10. You can't
At
move up to
least.
10 at least. My expectations are really low for the Detroit Pistons. But at least if I want to see some type of movement and some type of improvement, because I gave them an N for needs improvement on the season. Can they move from 15 to 10? And I'm not even taking a huge leap. 15 to 10. I expect a 10th seed in 2024 from the Detroit Pistons.
That'll be nice. I gave them a D for Detroit again. I did. I did. Oh my God. Okay, let's move on to the Indiana Pacers. 35 and 47 on this season, number 11. Just missed the play-in tournament. How'd you grade them?
And for needs improvement, if you did not
Ooh,
make it to at least the playing tournament, where you get a second chance to get into the playoffs. You couldn't even do that, but they were right at the cusp. And the
yeah.
Indiana Pacers were number 10. Maybe because Halliburton went out. Maybe that was one of the reasons why. They have great talent on that roster as well. I look forward to seeing what they're going to do in 2024. But as of 2023, Ian needs improvement.
Yeah, I gave them a C minus. They brought back Rick Carlisle. I said, okay, Rick, what can you do? But Miles Turner was in trade talks all season. And I said, wow, I know that was going to affect some things. But it looks like they extended Tyrese Halliburton. So next season, maybe there'll be a significant improvement. I gave them a C minus.
Mhm.
On to the Milwaukee Bucks, number one in the Eastern Conference, kicked out first round of the playoffs. Let me know. Let me know. How'd you grade them?
I gave them a B only because they were the number one seed in the Eastern Conference. But the Milwaukee Bucks, I expect better from them. There's no way that they can get an A from me because they've already achieved that with the same core. Again, how you gonna have the same core and you can't even move forward? Nah,
Right, right.
B at best.
Yeah, I gave them a B minus. Disappointing. You can't get sent home by the number eighth seed in the playoffs. Just can't happen.
Can't happen. Can't happen.
Right. Atlanta Hawks. Ooh. Atlanta Hawks, I felt like they were swimming upstream all season, but they finished number seventh in the Eastern Conference. How'd you grade them?
I gave him a D.
Oh,
I don't know. I
wow.
can't seem to get on board with the Atlanta Hawks right now. I'm just not here for them. I don't know why. I
Even
mean,
with
I thought
DeJounte
really,
Murray?
I love the pickup of Dejounte Murray. He
There
ain't
it
the only
is.
one. He ain't the only one on the Atlanta Hawks roster though. So, and
Mm-hmm.
they're gonna have to really do something. I want them to be what they were. What year was that? What they was like, kind of dominating
Oh,
in,
yeah.
was it 2021? Maybe I don't recall, but yeah, the Hawks.
Oh, oh my God.
Over it. Yeah, I don't know.
Uh,
It's not
and
one
now
of my
that
favorites.
they've gotten rid of John Collins, I don't expect them to. I just don't know what they're doing over there. But I gave the
Mm.
Hawks a C.
Oh.
But they still made the playoffs, and I don't think anyone thought they would get by the Boston Celtics in the first round. So there's that, right?
Mhm.
Charlotte Hornets, number 14, almost dead last in the Eastern Conference. I gave them an F. I don't know what's going on in Charlotte, but they found the money to give LaMelo Ball all that they have, but I don't know what's going
And needs improvement.
on.
And
Mm.
you know what? Good congratulations, Lamelo, for getting your paper. You know what? Pay me, I guess, right? But y'all ain't gonna do nothing with
They
that.
ain't going
That
nowhere.
roster ain't going nowhere. Y'all. Nope. You know what? You know what? Move the process from the Sixers over to the Charlotte Hornets. They need a process.
It was a wasted season. The Miami Heat were number 8, but oops, made it all the way to the NBA Finals. I just couldn't give them another grade other than an A plus
I
because
did the same
they
thing.
shocked me. I did not see the Miami Heat doing anything special last season.
Nobody did.
Hmm.
Not even the other teams that they beat. That the Miami he was able to beat them in the playoffs. No, nobody. They went all the way to the finals. What for a team that barely made it because they were looking really bad during the season. Again, it does goes to show you if you got the right talent, got the right coach, right, the right attitude, the right chemistry, you can go far. And I think the Miami Heat proved that. So yes, I gave them an A plus. They had a stellar season, considering, and it happened late in the season.
Sure did.
It's not how you start; it's how you finish. Clearly,
Yeah, yeah. I can't wait for us to have this conversation at the end of next season because the key pieces that they let walk away, this off season, I don't know. All right, so let's move on to the Orlando Magic. What? Number 13, bottom of the barrel. Another wasted season. Banchero won Rookie of the Year. Good for him. But I gave them an F.
yeah, needs improvement for me. And you gave F. Go below that, and that's the end. That's the end. Needs improvement. Like what? What are we talking about? I feel the same way about the Pistons. Like what is going on? Luckily for the Pistons, so they were able to bring in a new coach, right? So that may be their saving grace for 2024. But what we doing with the Magic? Orlando Magic? And you mean to tell me the Orlando Magic franchise, the Orlando Magic fan base cannot be okay with what's going on?
Oh,
Can't be
no.
okay with it. Nah, get it together. Ugh.
Lastly, are the Washington Wizards, number 12 in the Eastern Conference. I gave them a D. I don't think they had a chance to win anything all season. So, yeah, it's just what it is.
Yeah, likewise. If you didn't make it to the play-in
Mm,
tournament, you got an
mm.
end from me. Needs improvement. However, what I'm anticipating for next season for the Washington Wizards it's gonna my expectations gonna be a little bit more heightened than it was for this past season. I mean, come on, they got rid of the Bradley Beal era. That's over. We're going to introduce us now into a new era with Kyle Kuzma, Tyus Jones. Who else they added?
Jordan Poole.
Jordan Poole. So yeah, let me see what that looks like. So I have some expectations for them next season, and I think this is what the Washington Wizards needed for them to get out of the hole they've been in for quite some time.